with the Storm Team 27 app.
Roads are wet this morning. I'm tracking rain as we start this Monday. I'll show you when the rain wraps up coming up.
The accused mass murderer in Pittsburgh synagogue shooting is supposed to be in court today. Just ahead on First News on Fox, we will bring you up to speed on the latest developments.
It's an extra level of protection for their child.
Bulletproof backpacks. Some parents say it's a new way to protect kids in the classroom. First News is learning how it works and if safety experts think it's a good idea.
WKBN 27 First News starts now with breaking news.
And right now, during First News on Fox Morning Edition, firefighters are battling a house fire in Newton Township.
We reached out to first responders and they told us it's happening right now along State Route 534. Emergency crews say you can see smoke and fire coming from the second floor of the home. So pretty big flames we're hearing.
We do have a First News crew headed to the scene right now. We hope to be able to bring you updates here and information. Also show you any new pictures here during this newscast.
We also want to welcome you to First News on Fox Morning Edition. We will be here every weekday with you until 9 a.m. from now on, bringing you the major local news and weather you expect from 27 First News.
Speaking of that weather, we are still tracking some rain left over from a pretty soggy weekend. Things are looking better for tomorrow. Right now, Storm Team meteorologist Alex George joins us with your Storm Team 27 forecast. Alex, good morning.
Good Monday morning. I can hear it in Dan's voice. He said we are still tracking rain. Boy, was it a soggy weekend. It felt like the rain was never.
Also happening today, former Vice President Joe Biden is set to visit the Valley, and WKBN will be there as your local elections headquarters. Biden is going to be at YSU to campaign for Ohio governor candidate Richard Cordray. There's a rally at the Kilcawley Center on campus. Doors open at 2:15 this afternoon. The event starts at 4 o'clock, and it is free if you want to get in. Current Vice President Mike Pence also plans to visit the Buckeye State this week. He will be at a campaign rally Wednesday in Mansfield to support the Republican candidate for Ohio Governor Mike DeWine and State Representative Troy Balderson, who are both in tight races. That rally starts at 11:30 in the morning in the Rob Ridenour hangar of the Mansfield Regional Airport.
We have continuing coverage now from your local election headquarters.
Yeah, tomorrow we're just 1 week away.
All of those details plus your 7-day forecast. That's coming up.
A leader at Canfield High School is getting a new lease on life today.
In 6 minutes, an update on Greg Cooper and the man who stepped in to save his life.
Major local news from overnight. You're watching WKBN 27 First News on Fox Morning Edition.
7:15 right now. Here's something many parents never had to think about until recently. The idea of
KBN 27 First News Update.
Good morning. It's 7:26 now. On this gloomy Monday morning, you're probably going to see damp roads and rain this morning. Let's get your forecast first from Rich Morgan. Rich.
Yeah, thankfully the rain has let up a little bit, but our temperature's at 43 degrees on a morning where it is cloudy. That rain's picking up once again. We're getting more rain off of Lake Erie there, coming in from the lakeshore area. We'll continue to get some light rain here this morning. Temperatures range from 45 in Wellsville to 43 at the Youngstown Warren Regional Airport. Our weather team forecast for today. Eventually the rain tapers off. 36 for a low tonight, 58 and dry tomorrow. But that's not going to last because we will get showers for Halloween.
We're going to give you a live look right now, if we can, at a breaking news scene of a house fire in Newton Township. We can tell you what's happening right now along State Route 534. Again, this is a live look at this breaking news scene. Emergency crews say you can see smoke and fire coming from the second floor of the home when they got there. A First News crew arrived on scene in the last 20 minutes, and we will continue bringing you live pictures, working to bring you more information. Turn to Fox Youngstown for those live updates through 9 a.m. But at this point, it looks like the fire is out and this home is damaged. Now to the latest on a deadly synagogue shooting in Pittsburgh. First News has been checking for new information throughout the morning, and here is what we know right now. Suspect Robert Bowers is expected to make his first court hearing sometime today. Federal prosecutors charged Bowers with 29 criminal offenses. They are also likely going to ask for the death penalty. 11 people died in Saturday's attack. 6 were hurt, including 4 police officers. If you have no water this morning in Canfield, it's because of a line break. It's happening at the corner of North Broad Street and Willow Way. That's near St. Michael's Church. Take a look at the water we saw gushing out of the ground there just before 3:30 this morning. Our news crew called police, who came out to direct traffic and call for repair crews. They're working to fix the break, and water is still shut off right now. Happening today, former Vice President Joe Biden is set to visit the Valley. WKBN will be there as your local election headquarters. Biden is going to be at YSU to campaign for Ohio governor candidate Richard Cordray. There's a rally at the Kilcawley Center on campus. Doors open at 2:15. The event starts at 4, and it is free to get in. And tomorrow is 1 week until Election Day. Betty Sutton and John Husted campaigned yesterday in Trumbull County without running mates Richard Cordray and Mike DeWine. Sutton attended a rally at Trumbull County's Democratic headquarters in Niles. Husted talked to voters at the Fish and Game Club of Vienna. Both candidates talked about the Youngstown plan, and the talk will continue later today. Thanks for joining us for 27 First News. Flip over to Fox for local coverage. Halloween costume just got scarier.
I don't think that was worth it at all. People in East Liverpool are still cleaning up this morning after a large fire this weekend. We will show you where that all started.
And the event's expected to happen today after the deadly shooting at a Pittsburgh synagogue. But first, we're going to take a live look from our sky cam overlooking downtown Youngstown at YSU. The sun making its way up. Rich Morgan was saying earlier, sunrise at 7:50 this morning. It's bright right now, but don't let the sun fool you. Chilly this morning.
Yeah, and we're going to be continuing to keep some of the wet roads and the wet weather, damp weather in the forecast this morning. It'll start to clear out a little bit around noontime, and then things looking pretty nice for your Tuesday. What about Wednesday? And all the kids want to know that trick-or-treat forecast. We will continue to look ahead at that here on First News on Fox Morning Edition.
Watch WKBN 27.
They will play the games. Just go to WKBN.com and click on sports. And if you're watching right now on Channel 27, we will have another live local update for you coming up in about 25 minutes. Or you can flip over to Fox Youngstown right now, where your local news continues on First News on Fox Morning Edition.
Every
Sun coming up.
The accused mass murderer in Pittsburgh's synagogue shooting is supposed to be in court today. Just ahead on First News on Fox Morning Edition, we're bringing you up to speed on the latest developments.
It's an extra level of protection for their child.
Bulletproof backpacks. Some parents say it's a new way to protect kids in the classroom. First News is working to learn how it works and if safety experts think it's a good idea.
investigative, in-depth, in the Valley. WKBN 27 First News this morning starts now.
Good Monday morning to you. We want to welcome you to First News on Fox Morning Edition. We will be here with you every day until 9 a.m. from now on, bringing you the major local news and weather you expect from 27 First News, and we are so excited about it.
Yes, we are. And speaking of that weather, we are still tracking some rain.
This morning, we are learning more about the 11 people gunned down in a synagogue shooting.
In 5 minutes, we are going back to Pittsburgh to talk about how the community is starting to remember those victims.
And a devastating plane crash in Indonesia left more than 180 people missing. What investigators are doing now to figure out why it crashed in the first place. And we're going to take a gloomy live look out over downtown Youngstown from our Skycam at YSU. Sun is up, but you can't see it behind these clouds. We are in for a cloudy, rainy day. But the good news here, Rain is going to be tapering off this afternoon and hopefully staying dry for your Tuesday. But what about Halloween? We know so many trick-or-treaters going to be out on October 31st. So how is the weather going to be cooperating, if at all? Meteorologist Alex George keeping a close eye on that and more in her Storm Team 27 forecast. Now, we are also knowing that there's damage to that house is minor and there were no injuries. Still no word yet on what caused that fire. Now, if you are watching on Channel 27, CBS this morning is sitting down with a whistleblower on the sex abuse cover-up in the Catholic Church. Your local news continues on Fox Youngstown until 9 a.m., so you can flip over and do that now.
Day ahead. You're watching WKBN 27 First News on Fox Morning Edition.
16 minutes now until 9 o'clock. In the wake of the horrific shooting, cam overlooking downtown Youngstown. You see the gray clouds hanging around out there. We don't seem to have any stray raindrops right now on the lens of the sky cam, but it is something we were tracking throughout the morning. You might still come across some puddles on the roadways as you're getting where you need to be this morning, but the rain out there will taper off around noon and through the afternoon, setting us up for a nice Tuesday. We'll take another look at the next 7 days straight ahead.
First News is sponsored by 4010 Grill.
I worked at GE for 8 years.